Dobrodošli svi naši prijatelji, dobrodošli na Youth Summit 2017. And in English, hello everyone, we're really glad to see you, so many nice faces, and welcome to Youth Summit 2017. Especially people from Kosovo that travel 15 hours by bus. Big applause for Kosovo crew, 15 hours of traveling just to reach Zagreb.
Çdo gjë që ne jetojmë sot, bota të cilin kemi trashëguar, është përgjegjësia jona.
В нем мы платим за ошибки наших родителей, но также пользуемся результатами прогресса, которые сделали их идеи.
Enseigné par les erreurs, par ces erreurs héritées, tout en croyant fermement en la démocratie et les droits humains.
We send a strong message that our generation does not give up on faith in the rule of law, in a free but human economy, and the right to a dignified and peaceful life.
Želimo živjeti u svijetu kojeg se ne sramimo i svijet koji se ne srami nas. Bezuvjetno za demokraciju, ne odustajemo.
For me, this is one, inspiring event in a sense that, I see people who are dealing with the tough issues in small towns without any support, and they are still on their path.
Liberal democracy is under threat, and all who cherish it must come to its defense. What can youth do? Youth brings energy. Youth can respond quickly to problems. Youth brings networks.
We are not majority. We are minority. But minorities has power to fight for the future. Everybody of us has task to do it on personal life.
I think you should not be afraid of freedom, you should not be afraid of equality, you should not be afraid of that. And if you reflect deeply, there is never the good moment and the relevant moment to build democracy. It's never the case. It has never been the case.
When I woke up 10 days actually before the summit, I was woken up by an email where it was written that the Ulvi was kidnapped.
This blackness signifies those who were unable to join us at this summit due to repression, violence and suppression of their rights and liberties. However, even in dark times, even under repression, we will not stay silent. Violence and attacks on activists and defenders of freedom can prevent our contribution to peace and democracy in the short term, but it will not prevail. We will. We thus proudly say yes. Our colleagues, peers and friends are dangerous, they are guilty and they are responsible for standing up for their rights and the rights of others. Their suffering is unfortunate and tragic, but it is also a sign of their relevance. It is also a sign of insecurity and fear felt by those who spread fear. And here we say with a deep sense of respect for our friends at risk, they are not alone. They are a part of our common struggle. They are the catalyst of change leading to a better, more open and more tolerant world. We stand determined to do more, do better and go further in our struggle for democracy and humanity. There has never been a generation more informed, more educated, more interlinked than ours. And we will use these opportunities to act as heirs to a historical endeavor for freedom and to realize the dreams of those campaigners for liberty who helped build opportunities we enjoy today. Those who couldn't join us because of cowards and oppressors are not only in our hearts. They are also in our minds. They are our motivation that pushes us forward and will push us forward until everyone, everywhere enjoys rights and liberties enshrined in every individual.
This is why we do this, because these things cannot happen in 21st century.
We're united where it matters, which is in the defense of human rights, which is in the defense of liberty, which is in the defense of the ideal of democracy, not this perversion of democracy that they have shown us.
we're not gonna give up because we know that there are a lot of people who support our ideas. They have this feeling from the TV that they are the minority, but actually it is not. There is an alternative. We may change something even in this rotten system, even in this, spoiled system.
Moramo da definišemo šta je politika danas. Jer politika je ono nešto što mi idealizujemo, pa sad kažemo ajde važi, ovdje su mladi sa Kosova, iz Bosne, iz Srbije, iz Hrvatske, iz Venecuele, dolaze iz Turske, iz Rusije. Čekajte, kako izgleda danas politika? To se zove autoritarni totalitarizam.
There is like a solidarity between governments that unless they cross the line, like for example, finally the regime did it in Venezuela, no one say anything about what's happening. No one say anything about the killing. No one say anything about the political prisoners.
The Democrats have forgotten what is democracy, and they think that ochlocracy is democracy. Actually, democracy is not only what comes out from the elections. Democracy is before anything. Protecting minorities, protecting human rights, protecting equalities, protecting freedom of speech, freedom of faith, sexual freedom. When we have those institutions in a society, and when we have a party or a regime who protects those institutions and secures them, then and only then we can speak about democracy.
We are living in an age of democratic institutions that were theorized and implemented or created 2 centuries ago. This anachronism between the institutions that were created for democracy and the technologies that have far outpaced the capacity of these institutions to adapt is really something we have to grapple with.
Revolutions and uprisings and protests need feet on the ground. They don't happen online. You don't overthrow a leader online. What you do is you can organize among your bubble, as you said, online, but you have to go out there and put your feet on the ground, and you have to risk. You have to risk your life. You have to risk your job, and you know about both of those very well. You have to go out there and engage against all the bubbles that exist in the world. So let's get over this illusion that Facebook and Twitter are on our side. They are not. They are there to make money. You have to think of yourself as someone who uses Twitter and Facebook in the same way that they use you.
How do we as a generation respond to the current democratic changes?
Can millennials decide to lead the democratic renewal? Who thinks yes? Okay, I'm not seeing a lot of participation, so who thinks no? Okay, so this has proven the stereotype of apathetic millennials. Thank you very much.
Young people are never asked about anything, and that how we inherit this world that we didn't create or didn't make, didn't even participate in, and now we have to deal with all the problems that are left out to us,
If you put this title into Google, this is what you're gonna get. Are millennials giving up on democracy? 7 days ago, millennials are rapidly losing interest in democracy.
They make the world think that young people are not interested in politics. Of course, we're not interested in their kind of politics because their politics failed. We need an alternative, a new kind of politics, a new type of politicians, a new way of point of view.
I think that people who say, young people especially, who say, oh, we don't like politics, I think they come from a position of privilege. Because when you come from the position from where I come, we don't have any choice but to be political.
If a boat is sinking, when you are in the boat, you have two things to do. Either you sink with the boat or you betray everybody in the boat and jump out of the boat. We don't want that. We want to be the boat who's going to come and save the people of the boat who are sinking. That's the role of the civil society.
Speak out, organize for human rights, because many young women, many young people don't have the opportunities that you have. Recognize your privilege and raise your voice, use it.